Okay, I'm sat here still talking to Dr. Paul Fuller. One thing I want to ask you about, Paul, I've seen in the press the proposal in Burma of an interfaith marriage law. Now, I'm not sure what an interfaith marriage law is in this context, what it means by interfaith. What's the kind of context of that? What's it about?
Yeah, so this interfaith marriage law, which is not, it's a bill being put to Parliament. I think it's in June or July it's going to Parliament, this interfaith marriage bill. It's being proposed by the 969 movement and various groups associated with them. And the basic premise of the interfaith marriage law, or the idea is that it protects Buddhist women, because it says that a Muslim man, it is a Muslim person, cannot marry a Buddhist woman without converting to Buddhism. A Buddhist man can marry a Muslim woman without her converting, so it discriminates on various different levels. So the basic idea of the interfaith marriage bill, it's a part of a package of various bills proposed by these monastic groups, is that it's to protect a Buddhist woman. That's the idea behind it. It protects Buddhist women from marrying Muslim men. So that's the basic premise upon which it rests. It discriminates against other people. I understand there's similar type of laws in Singapore or Malaysia, but one would need to do various amounts of research to see where these interfaith marriage laws come into place. So this is being put before the Burmese Parliament in July as a bill, and it's proposed that it will become law.
And I guess the context for that is part of this idea of women somehow need protecting. But the thing that I think might lie behind it, and you can perhaps say more, is the idea of what's being protected about the women isn't, say, their honour, but their Buddhistness.
Yeah, so this Buddhistness needs protecting. Buddhist men don't need protecting because there's a gender bias clearly at stake going on with this. Buddhist women, they need protecting from these kind of amorous Muslim men who want to kind of take over the Burmese nation, and they are attacking Burmeseness. So this law is proposed will protect Burmese women. It will defend society.
So through kind of marriage and romance, there'll be de-Burmesized and de-Buddhistized and made kind of Islamic, and therefore that'll weaken the structure of society. I guess that's the thesis.
It'll stop this conspiracy that the Muslims are trying to take over Burma. It seems to work on that kind of basic level.
So it's very much something to be recognised as part of a package of measures. Kind of play to a very populist gallery?
It is very popular notions, and you see very intelligent Burmese defending this because they say that our Burmese women they need protecting, and it's based upon this idea of discriminating against the intelligence of the Burmese women themselves. That they need protecting, they need to be defended because they can't make decisions themselves.
So it's not just banning interfaith marriage, it's very specific time.
Yeah, and we've got to be clear, part of the context of this as well is Aung San Suu Kyi, who was married to a British academic, and we've got to also remember that this is all part of the package here. Aung San Suu Kyi cannot become president because firstly she was married to a British man. Sadly, he passed away a number of years ago, but her children are also British citizens. So clause 59F in the Burmese constitution says it's discriminating against the femaleness of Aung San Suu Kyi because she's got British children, and so they need to become Burmese and renounce their British citizenship for her to become, if she's going to be president in the 2015 election. It's all part of the same thing that these monastic, it's all part of this package against Burmese, against gender, against nationality, having the outsider, the foreigner, trying to take over Burmese culture. Not just Muslim culture, but any kind of foreignness, otherness.
So I guess there's an awful lot of people looking to coming elections and looking to harness somehow a nationalist kind of feeling.
And they're not going to change the constitution. There doesn't seem a chance that they're going to change this clause 59F unless Aung San Suu Kyi's two British sons renounce their British nationality and become Burmese. And I don't see how that's progressive in any way. It discriminates against women again. It discriminates. It's all part, like I'm saying, it's part of this whole idea of protecting Buddhism. And it does play it into the military's hands, doesn't it? It plays into dividing society into little groups which play off of each other. And who's going to defend the Burmese culture? Not just the monastics, but the military as well. It gives them a function in Burmese society.
To many outside of that culture, the idea of Buddhist monks being so deeply involved in the political process, being taking forward a bill towards making laws. It may actually be that monks have always been involved in the politics of those countries, but to those outside, it can seem a little kind of shocking. Find monks doing that.
Yeah, and let's be clear, there are monastics within Burmese Sangha who have got another voice, and they're completely against the 969 movement. And their voice is gradually being heard, and the rational, kind of intelligent Burmese culture, or this thinking culture, the intellectuals are beginning to realise there's a different voice, and they find the 969 movement kind of repugnant, and they don't like this rhetoric which is being taking place coming up to the 2015 election. It does seem to be a lot to do with the 2015 election coming up, and the military want to keep control of society, so they're not going to give this up. And one way of doing that is to say that it's us, the monastics, and the government, the military, against the outsider.
But Buddhist monastics in Burma are not univocal. There's quite a bit of dissent.
Of
and there's
course
quite a
there
bit
is.
of variation, and people who stand for a very different, what we might describe perhaps as a more liberal interpretation of Buddhism society. It's just that I guess they make less good press, and they've less been to the fore recently.
Maybe this is the problem with the kind of Western press, in fact, because we pick upon these kind of dramatic stories, and we're not hearing the voice which is being played out in other parts of the Burmese media, in particular, where there are monastics saying these are not good monks. People like Uratu are not representative of the Burmese Buddhist Sangha with these discriminatory laws. So it's complex, isn't it, this agenda?
Well, thanks for giving us a little bit of a vision into that all that complexity.